Welcome back to the Looking for Deals channel. On today's video, I'm going to be going through all the sales for the month of March, everything that sold for $30 or more. So let's get right to it. First one is a vintage Houston Oilers hat. As you can see, it was trash and it had some stains on it, and it still sold for $33.72. Next, another Polo Ralph Lauren Hawaiian shirt. This one sold for $32.08. Here we have a Spurs hat signed by Jaren Jackson. And this one sold for $35.67. You have a Ralph Lauren sweater, cable knit, fisherman. This one sold for $38.95. Next, we have a vintage Fire One Levi's jeans. These sold for $36.95. These were made in 2005. Then we have a Texas A&M Aggies Tommy Bahama shirt. This one sold for $36.71. Next, we have a Tory Richard shirt. This one sold for $39.48. Another Spurs hat. This one had graffiti on the sides, but it also had stains, so I let it go for $41.83. Then we have this Ozfest 2001 band tee. This one sold for $89.95. This was before he passed away. It's probably going for more now. This is not clothing, but if you ever see K's knives that have the XX on the blade, you might want to pick those up. This one sold for $77.08. Next, we have a romper. This romper went to Florida. It's not over $30, but this is the first time I sell a romper. This one sold for $25.47. Here we have a Lululemon shorts. This one sold for $31.74. Baylor University hoodie. I don't pick up a lot of Baylor stuff, but this one was also Peter Millar, so I picked it up and it sold for $32.41. Another Ralph Lauren Hawaiian shirt. I pick up a lot of the Hawaiian shirts that Ralph Lauren makes. This one sold for $49.17. Next, we have a Paradise on a hanger Hawaiian shirt. This one sold for $32.38. Empire corduroy pants sold for $31.31. Vintage Polo Ralph Lauren sweater, turtleneck type, sold for $33.11. Lululemon shorts. These sold for $31.77. Here we have a Kansas City Chiefs Division Champions hoodie, sold for $34.82. Quicksilver hoodie. I don't pick up a lot of the Quicksilver hoodies, but this one, I like how it looked and it was real heavy, and it sold for $33.95. This is a new brand to me. It was a new brand to me. Raised by Coyotes. This polo shirt sold for $35.59. This is a vintage Hawaiian shirt from Ralph Lauren. This one sold for $31.93. This is a Stussy shirt. I got this at $1, $2 or $3, and it sold for $31.65. Ralph Lauren Big Pony and Crest polo shirt sold for $31.78. This was probably my favorite pickup. Well, my favorite sale from that month. These are Nike Air Jordan shorts made of mesh, but they were real heavy, and the paint, it felt like it was hand painted. Probably not, but it was real unique. This one sold for $44.29. G4 shorts, $33.19. The Patagonia hoodie with the bison in the middle brought $55.08. Vintage Vintage Wrangler shirt. This is denim one. This one sold for $36.04. Probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite brand to pick up is Dos Carolinas. They make guayaberas, and you always gonna sell them for $50 or more if you find them. I believe they make them here, or it's here in San Antonio or in Houston. Even with the embroidery on it, it's sold for $52.38. Here we have Rain Spooner shirt. When I found this one, I found like 6 more of them, all Christmas theme. The only issue was that they're extra small, so they took a little bit longer to move. But this one sold for $47.28. Municipal shirt sold for $32.39. Vintage Wrangler brunch popper shirt sold for $51.94. Another Jordan shorts. This one sold for $35.60. Then we have the Cricket sweater, another company that I think that is here in Texas. I want to say Austin. And this one sold for $31.47. Here we have a Jamaica Harley Davidson button-up shirt. This one sold for $36.50. Viore shorts sold for $34.51. Ralph Lauren tie-dye shirt sold for $32.31. Then another brand that was new to me, it was Iron. This is Iron Oak. This polo shirt sold for $41.97. Next we have the vintage Rebel Spirit shirt. This one sold for $61.68. So that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you learned something new. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys on the next one.